Hello everybody, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our microphones and how to record nicely into our microphones. Now you might have already seen our other videos where how you use it with a DAW or with our recorders, but there is certain ways that we need to use these microphones so that way it will be easier for our editors, easier for our mixers, and we can have better sounding quality throughout the whole entire podcast. So first thing is we like to get as close as possible to this microphone. So I'm talking directly into this part. Now, if we can turn this camera around or not. So if you can take a look at this microphone, there is a lot of different places you can talk in, but this is the best place. Because the way the microphone works is it really likes to reject the noise on the back right here, and as well as some on the sides. And so if you're talking in on the side like this, it's not going to sound as good. And that is similar with the microphones we have here. You want to make sure here. You want to make sure you talk into the front part right here. And you also probably want a muffler on it. Same thing with this one. You want to talk into here like this. Okay. Another thing is if you have a handhold microphone, the best thing that you can do is hold it not right here, because if you hold it like right here, it's going to make it not sound as good. Because what this does is it allows noise from all over the place to be amplified into here. So you want to kind of have a little bit of space in between the front part, the puff part, and the bottom part right here. And so sometimes you can go like this. So that would be a good place to hold your microphone as well. But the one thing that I think kills a lot of microphone and recordings is handling noise. Because what you might be tempted to do is you might be tempted to rub your microphone. Don't do that. Like, I get adjusting, but like try to do it quietly. Like, don't rub it. Yeah, and I know you can't remove all microphone noise. In fact, I might be a bad habit, have some bad handling habits too. But yeah, just try to keep it as still as much as possible and talk into it consistently. Now, you might, for a certain podcast, want to get excited and move around and engage with the person you are having a conversation with, because that's kind of what we do with podcasts. We want to make sure that we have an engaging, good story going on. So, and as tempting as it is, you might back up or laugh away. That's fine, but just make sure you come back into your microphone in the same place. And if you move, you want to make sure you're quietly, hopefully, and while not talking, move your microphone. So, yeah, just try to stay in the same place with the microphone. Try to move it as little as possible, and make sure you stay around the same distance. Some things that can happen is not only extra noise, but the levels will get weird, and we want to make sure that our audio is consistent. Now, if I were talking to somebody, I wouldn't want to be like, "Hey, what's up?" and then go really quiet. So make sure you talk in the same spot and about. Now, I know you can get louder and quieter, but if you're in the same spot, it helps keep the levels a little bit different, because there's some things we can do to, like, as long as you're in the same spot, like I've said 4 times. What else is there? If you are sharing a microphone with somebody, try not to talk if the microphone is not in your hand. That's not only nice because of the way a conversation flows, and you don't want to cut somebody off in the podcast, although I've been guilty of that too. You just want to make sure that the person is heard loud and clear, and so they get time when they have the microphone, and then when you hand it to the other person, they get their time on the microphone. Now you can raise your hand or bring it over. So I know nobody's perfect, and so what I've been trying to do, and I guess it depends on who you're recording with or how you set things up, that is when you get away from the microphone, I will probably go like this, because this means water in American Sign Language, and that's kind of just to remind you, sip it like a cup of water. You want to be close. You want to get back into your original position. You don't have to do that, as long as you're communicating clearly without saying, "Hey, get on the microphone," on air. You don't want to do that. Just make sure you politely, it's no big deal if you make the mistake. Just keep recording, because what mistakes we make in the recording will be taken care of during mixing and editing, but the less mistakes we make, the better it'll sound. So hopefully that will address some of the problems and some of the issues while we're recording. Yeah, just make sure you have good microphone etiquette.